shit. When a real note, I'm still so broke. Praying for another check. My phone already went off. Now the cable going off. I'm just thinking what I'm next. A starving artist.
Yeah, and we back. Starving Artist. That was your boy Rap. Shout out to the youngin, right, for doing what he do, staying as I don't even know the word for it, but providing that variety of the way he delivers his music and being able to touch in different areas. I think that's very important.
Yeah, versatile. That's the word.
Versatile, yeah. That water was heavy. That water.
Yeah, yeah. That water, huh?
Yeah, water.
Man.
I got that Paulie in the cup.
Yes, sir. Uncle Paulie never let me down.
Yeah, man. It has been another edition of the spot. Like real talk, my G. Like, I appreciate, you know, the concept of when this whole thing got started. Like I know like we could go back we had this conversation, we went back and we could sit there and it was just a concept and how we gonna do it. Then the name came about and it was like, this is what we gonna do, and then this is what we gonna put out there. And then to be here today doing it and just having those situations, like I feel, especially with everything that's going on in the radio, internet, podcast world right now, right? Like Charlemagne just got an iHeart deal, right?
50-50. Shouts out
Right?
to Parliament.
Right? Noriega is on that joint,
That's right.
right? Joe Buttons is doing what he's doing, saying what he's saying. I don't even want to call it hate or whatever it may be, but I think Joe Buttons is cocky for a reason, right? Because he does put out good content. Um, but he was like, "Nah, we not the same." When it comes to Charlemagne and when it comes to him, they're not the same. Um, and I get it, but it's like it's a movement for the individuals right now that are
Mhm.
pushing their brand. Like everything we put out because this is ours. There's
Mhm.
no one dictating what we do and how we do it. And I know we could chase the bag and we could sit there and conform and listen to what people tell us so we could get that bag, or we keep on doing what we're doing. And I can see why Charlemagne and Joe Buttons is having the little bump heads a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it boils down to at the end of the day, it boils down to ownership. You
yeah,
know what I mean? It's ownership of your platform, ownership of your whatever your company is, ownership of your masters. You know what I mean? Just owning the land, owning land. Period. You know what I mean? It's about ownership. So when a brother can broker a deal like that, where a bunch of different entities can all exist in one, you know what I'm saying, on one different, I'm sorry, on one single platform like that and just run crazy, all the content right there. You ain't got to look no further than that. You feel me? I
nah,
mean,
and
that's genius, brother. And I mean, it can only prosper, and that's why they did the deal with him. And plus, he's had a relationship with them for so many years, so he's just gonna be doing the same thing, basically.
right, it's like, oh, you gonna give me a bigger bag to do what I've been doing? Oh, okay.
You want to make
Like,
us another 100 billion, 2 billion? Sure.
yes, it's like, oh, okay, I got this. We good, you know. But I respect it. Like, I respect the situation,
Yeah, straight up, man.
and
For sure.
and you just gotta look at
spoke,
it. I
I
hate
spoke
when
on it.
people,
I spoke on it last week.
yeah, I just hate when people try to, you know, throw negativity on top of that. Like, oh, but oh, you selling out with, like, dude, you still living in the projects and you going to the block to still do what you do. Like, you you got too much time on your hands to sit there. You don't even, as they said, we are not the same. Like,
He's
how
a
are you
he's a
judging me?
he's a sex offender. He's this and that. They just there's anything to try and tarnish the brother and try to bring him down instead of trying to push him up and celebrate him for doing what he's doing right now. It's just there's always going to be haters, but if you don't have haters, then I guess you ain't doing your thing right.
Right. And the crazy thing was I can't remember who it was, but it was recently, and somebody was coming at Jay, right? Jay-Z.
Hmm.
And they were basically saying, "Oh, you this whole pro-black, supporting black people and this, that, and the third, but you sold drugs to your people. How could you sit there and perpetrate a fraud?" And I'm like, he sold drugs and he did what he did in order to survive then. Like, we scrutinize ourselves or our people to a point where we don't even allow ourselves to grow. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I might have been a drug dealer back then. I didn't know no other way. But as I got older and I was educated, or I found another way, now I'm here and I'm trying to educate, right? He's talking about, oh, Jay-Z spoke about selling drugs, but you didn't talk about the 444 album that he dropped where he was trying to educate people. And
Yeah,
he's like, yo, I'm
they
giving
fail to
you
mention that one.
knowledge.
They always fail to mention that one.
Right. Like, everybody forgets that. And I think that we need to take the time out to really, truly let people have the avenue to grow. You know what? I might have been an asshole in the beginning of this relationship, but you know what? I'm not an asshole today. I might have sold drugs, but I don't sell drugs no more. I got a job, or I'm trying to do whatever I'm doing.
Yeah,
Like, allow me to
absolutely.
grow. Stop holding on to the negative aspects of what society may see or whatever. Because Jay-Z sat there and plugged himself to the NFL and the NBA, and he was in there and he was telling you, like, I'm in a room where motherfuckers don't even expect me to be in, but I'm here, and at the same time that I'm sitting in this room and I'm watching, I'm putting out music telling you what's going on in this room. Are you listening?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's the craziest thing. And I just find it wild that people are always trying to, the crabs in a barrel mentality, break you down to a point where we pulling each other back in. It's like, dude, I'm sitting here and I'm extending this rope. How about you grab onto the rope instead of snipping the shit every time I send it down? It's it's crazy to me. I find it crazy. And I hate talking about this guy, but I'm gonna talk about
You
this
gotta,
guy real quick.
you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Because we was talking about the way the platforms are and the way people put music out and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And Tekashi 6ix9ine, right,
Hmm.
has a whole video game out.
Does he?
Yes, it's called 6ix9ine Runner, right? It's called six. So I don't know if you remember, like, what the hell, Subway Surfer and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. I don't know if you ever played that game, but it was like a cool game that
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
used to play on
Sound,
their phone.
yes, yeah. That sounds familiar.
Right, Subway Surfer. So you jumping over, collecting coins and shit, but it was like you was running. All you did was go left, right to collect the coins, and you went up to jump or whatever.
Hmm.
When you watch 6ix9ine videos, there was always these different animations, and I'm like, yo, these animations gotta mean something.
Right.
And my daughter, the 12-year-old, right, my youngest, the 12-year-old, is like, hey, Pa, did you see this game? I'm like, what game? Oh, 6ix9ine Runner. I'm like, 6ix9ine Runner? What the hell is that? And the crazy part is him smashing blocks, running straight, right? But you're going left and right to smash blocks and avoid spikes.
Right.
But throughout the whole game, the only music you listen to is Tekashi 6ix9ine music, right? So embedding in the brains of the children that are playing the game, because of course it's colorful and whatever it is. And to get to unlock the next level, you have to play enough times to, you know, get a certain amount of money to be able to unlock the next level.
Hmm.
So if you ain't good at it, you're gonna keep on playing that level, which counts as a stream for Tekashi,
I'm
which
sure.
takes
I'm sure.
Right, everything because all this is connected to the algorithm where he gonna get cut checks for the music being played, and that's just what it is. And I find it to be wild. I find it to be wild.
Niggas know how to milk the system, man. You know?
Yo, but they try to make sure they recoup that 10 million signing bonus that they gave him when he
Oh
came
yeah,
out.
they're gonna get their money. They're definitely gonna get their money. They're gonna get their return, whether they gotta have that motherfucker out there making 50 albums or selling merch or something, selling ass. They're gonna get their money.
he gonna he's definitely gonna be there.
Yeah,
Now, no, go ahead. You about to say something? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you hear about your boy Ti?
No, I was about to talk
Ended up
about that.
the SEC accused Atlanta film producer Ryan Felton, Ti, and three others of what's it? Promoting unregistered and fraudulent initial coin offerings or ICOs.
Yeah.
So everybody else settled. You know, I'm sure they put up some bread. I think somebody told me Ti paid like 75 grand. He's gonna be, done with that shit. But the main dude, Ryan Felton, he ain't make no damn settlement. He ain't he ain't settled with the Fed, so he's probably facing some time if they jam him up.
Yeah. Behind all of that, from what I read, from the information that I got, there was I want to say it was either 2.1 or 2.2 million dollars.
Something like that, yeah.
That they raised or something like that. It was we were probably off like 100 grand. And he did some real Negro stuff, right? Some real asinine. I'm on a block type. Raised 2.2 million, 2.1 million dollars. I'm gonna go buy $1 million house, buy a Ferrari, and go buy some gems.
Jewels,
right?
Like that's just what he did.
And that's what he did. He was unregistered. T.I. caught the heat because he was promoting it and getting the investors as he was partial owner.
He was getting other people to promote it.
Right. So it was one of these things. Now, I don't know if T.I. really knew the full information
scheme,
behind it, the whole spectrum.
Yeah.
Right. He was probably just like, yo, this is my G or whatever. Yo, I think he legit. Yo, I'm gonna support him. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, I got you.
And bam.
And then boom. And that happened, which is crazy, which is sad. But I don't think T.I. was doing it to, try and get nobody.
Trying to flip nothing.
He was just trying to look out for his peoples, probably,
Yeah. Well, Obama's releasing the book or memoir in November. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout for that. And also for all you game heads, new PlayStation 5 is dropping in November. Make sure
PlayStation 5.
That. PlayStation 5. You can get the regular one for the digital only type one, which is $399. And then you can get the upgraded model for $599. That one actually has the port for the DVD, for the CD drive. The one for $399 is just straight digital. You can only download.
Okay.
But the other one, you pay a little more money. I guess maybe you could play old games. I don't know.
Or some shit like that.
Yeah, but
so we got Omen 444 in the building. Yeah, so while we bringing him in and we waiting for him to come through, I just want to say that nobody does it like us, bro. I'm just saying, nobody does it like us.
Shit, P.
Yeah, nobody does it like us.
Owen in the building.
Owen, he can't hear shit because his audio is still connected. Right, his audio, we got the audio is doing the wavy thing. I said,
we'll work that out.
Yeah. So while you waiting for him to connect, yo, you know what?
I'll play something real quick.
Yeah, play something while we waiting for him to connect. Nope. His audio not working.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yo, you know what? I must give it to you. You're gonna get a virtual trophy. Right? Because you have been the fastest guest to ever have an audio issue.
And
Okay.
Fixed it that quick.
that quick.
All right.
Oh, no.
Right? It was
You
like,
know?
It's like, yeah. I was like, oh, I thought we was gonna be here for like 10 minutes while you was gonna fix it. And
Cool.
yeah. So what's up, my brother? Introduce yourself for the people.
Yeah. Omen 44. My parents are originally from Japan. Um, uh, um, what else?
What else?
I just got this
Right?
two singles out. One is called "I Can See the Sun," which I featured Sky Zoo on it. One is called "Dum Dum," which I featured a French artist and a French producer in the name of Kayotachian. And that album's going to be dropping this fall. The album's going to be called Hentai. It's going to be dope.
That's what's up.
Yeah, sir.
So obviously both your parents are from Japan. So does that make you Japanese? Japanese American? I'm just checking.
You know, I like to,
Damn well don't make them Irish.
you know, I like to consider myself Asiatic though.
There you go.
You know,
Asiatic.
like the 5%ers, you know, the original Asiatic man.
Yes, sir.
I hear that. So where did Omen 44 come from? Like that actual name?
Okay, to be honest, like 44, if you Google it, it's kind of hard to, you know, find me out. Like 44 is too much of an option there, right? So like I put it, and the Omen, actually, I was wearing this mask for a while. And in Japan, they called the mask Omen. And at the same time, it came good with the Omen, you know, like the premonition, not premonition, but like, you know, like the stuff. So
Right.
that's why I came up with that name, you know.
So it was life experience that got you to that point to say, you know what, if you put 44 in, you ain't gonna find me. But I got this going on. So you know what, let's put it together. This is what has to be done. This is what's been going on. So you know what? But that shows that utilizing what has gone on in your life and what you've been through and what you're going through or what you choose to do, you able to bring it into a creative aspect to put it out there. So it was like, this is what it is. All right. That whole name tells its own story.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Prolific. Now please tell us how you got the collabos with one with the Sky Zoo track, and then the other one where you got the you said the French producer and the artist. How did you finagle that?
I'm quite well connected, you know, out here in New York.
Oh, he said I'm well connected. You know, like that's the real mobster joint, right? Like I'm probably gonna get this all jacked up, but the triads are Japanese or Chinese?
Triads are Chinese, actually.
All right, so I know Japanese got their own gangster mob joint.
Yakuza.
All right, so he's like, yeah, I'm well connected. Like that was a Yakuza move. Like, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, this is a coincidence too, but like my label is called the Plug International.
Right.
So you know.
Interesting. Yakuza 101. Right?
That's what's up though, yeah, because I mean, you know, ain't nobody news. I'm from Brooklyn, so you know, I hear Sky Zoo, I'm automatically interested. And then,
so, you know,
and then
like
I'm sorry,
even with all the artists like Steele from Smith and Wesson and stuff, you know, these and like Sadat X, Craig G, you know, these are people that picked me up, and you know, that came through for my show that I did in New York and all that at the beginning, you know. So from there, you know, it spread it out. I got to know all these people around. People showed Tech and Steel, Smith and Wesson. They introduced me to Duck Down and all that too. And I was able to do some collabo EP with Rusty Jugs.
Nice.
And yeah, from there I got to hook up with Sky Zoo. And yeah, I sent him the track. I sent him like 13 tracks or something, and he actually picked that track up. I didn't think he was gonna pick up that track, but yeah, it came out nice.
Yeah, it did. For
And,
sure.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's
that's what's up.
Tell the story, man.
Appreciate that. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
everybody,
No,
every name that you named is family too. Like everybody that you named, from Tekka Steel to, you know what I'm saying, Craig G, all of them, all of those is peoples. You know what I'm saying? All of those is family.
Yes, sir. Yes, definitely.
Everybody.
This is the funny story though.
Uh-huh.
When I first when I first met up with Craig G, right?
Everybody got a good Craig G story.
Yeah.
If you know Craig G,
But this is funny because first time I met Craig G, I actually thought he was Marley Marl.
Yeah.
And like, I was talking to him and he was like, yo, let's do a collabo and all that. And like, I was like, yo, from Marley Marl? Oh my God, And like the next day I was calling him and like, yo, so where should I drop this verse and all that? Hold on, verse?
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't know Marley Marl could kick too. Like, yeah. It was kind of strange, but like, I got to know him from there.
Yeah.
And yes, sir.
Word.
They too are look-alike though.
Yeah, especially now.
Yes, definitely.
That's a wild, man.
Yes, sir.
My guy, shouts out to Craig G, straight up.
Yes, sir. And shout out to Craig G, Marley Marl, all them. Yes, sir. The whole Juice Crew, dope.
Yeah. So
like Juice Crew is like the original Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace.
So, which track would you want to get into real quick so the people can hear what you got going on, what you've been producing, what you put in that work?
Okay. Yes, sir. I want to get down with that Dum Dum. Produced by Kaio Itachi.
All right, so
gotta get into that one first. Yeah,
I want you to do it like, right? I'm gonna ask you to do me this favor, right?
Okay.
I want you to introduce yourself like we don't even know who you are, right? And then introduce the track, and then tell them where they can find the track, and then we're gonna get into it.
All right, definitely. Yo, peace to all my Asiatic brothers. I go by Woman 44. We're back to the east. My people live life alike, made by their arm, leg, arm, head. Yo, I want y'all to check out this dope track that Kaio Itachi dropped for me. It's called Dum Dum. I want y'all to check that out on Spotify, YouTube, everything. It's on all platforms, SoundCloud too. Yo, peace.
And why is it pausing right now? Like I just started playing it and it's acting up right now. All right, here we go. Yeah, we here, y'all. Yeah. The spot.
This that French connection. No breaking code, selling it to the teeny boppers. No synthetics, pushing organics. From the roots, like it was made in kibbutz. Stylus, never out of styles, kid. Pushing my way out from the throne. While most get loose, once was lost. Why not? With a good taste. Drunken master just for the reference. Libretto based on confession. Tribe in the booth, my profession. Mostly for solipsistic joy. No toys for us, girl, pure joy. Never anachronistic. Straight from the gutter, old school shit. Ellipsis at the end, you guessed it. So chill to the next episode. Check the style, folks going wild and the acting dumb. Ooh, God, check the style. Past the Tokyo, we got the plug on. Ooh, God, check the style. Act like a fool, tools, we busting dumb. Ooh, God, check the style. Tokyo, Jamaica, we got the plug on.
Pas besoin de force et match, je reste cool. J'ai aucun scénario, non, comme un film de poule. Entre jazz et soul, mon cœur balance. C'est dans l'amour que la vie prend son sens. J'attends ma puce pour qu'on danse et la vibe pour qu'on se lance. Je veux que la vie reste intense, frérot. Vas-y doucement sur la drogue. Tu vas partir en monologue, c'est pour avoir le flow du pont de l'arène. Moi je profite et je m'en fous que ça traîne. Ex-petite, t'as une rêve de grande scène. Je veux pas attendre le dernier jour comme Dark Vador. Un son pour chiller, ça je sais que t'adores. 44 Fizikio, ça va du 9-3 à Tokyo. On est mieux qu'à l'usine, faudrait qu'on s'unisse. C'est ceux d'en bas qui le punissent. Tellement enfumés, je les vois disparaître comme des ninjas. C'est pas des poumons mais des chichas. Pizzi, ta 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 ta. Et que pisse, etc.
Ooh, God, check the style. Folks going wild and they acting dumb. Ooh, God, check the style. Pass the Tokyo, we got the plug, huh? Ooh, God, check the style. Act like a fool, truth, we busting tum-tum. Ooh, God, check the style. Tokyo to Mecca, we got the plug, huh? Arguments over ontology. Must bring math like cosmology, teleologic, G-O-D, that's what we be. Nah, I mean, one for the peso, two for the gala. Come on, y'all, let's turn it up. Don't be scared, we well secured. Even without a blue eye, we still VIP. Party like it's 1999. Treat you like monarch, prince of the night. If verses were horses, I'll ride or die. Running from the shot like nowhere to hide. Ahead of the curve, still on my beeline. Meander in the streets, not this time. Break leg, break sweat, slog it out. Cause there's a lot we gotta cope with. Ooh, God, check the style. Folks going wild and they acting dumb. Ooh, God, check the style. Pass the Tokyo, we got the plug, huh? Ooh, God, check the style. Act like a fool, truth, we busting tum-tum. Ooh, God, check the style. Tokyo to Mecca, we got that plug, huh?
Yeah, and we back.
That's definitely that boom back.
That boom back. Yo, that reverb is turned up high.
Boom bap, the original rap.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how long have you been in the industry, by the way? How long have you been making music? He's there, but I think he froze. I don't know what's going on.
44.
Four,
Oh,
four,
you froze. You froze.
You
I don't know if
froze.
you can hear us.
I don't know if you got a call.
Froze, brother. You froze.
All right, but you know, while we waiting for him to come back, you know, it's important, and I think that when it comes to music, I think that with hip hop, they always say hip hop has been the most influential when it comes to a lot of music being made, and I think that it's amazing that it touches different areas in the world. Um, you know, if we talk about, he dropped off. If we talk about, you know, the way hip hop has hit Japan or hit China or even hit Europe, London and stuff like that, they it's crazy because they take eras of the growth of the culture and they rock with it. Like they really rock with it. And they keep it alive, which I think is wonderful. I think is wonderful to be able to see or go somewhere and just like time warp to an era that you might not have seen or whatever it may be. Like it's just dope to me. I just think it's amazing. And I'm just glad that we're able to be in this technology era that allows us to connect so people can see.
Well,
Because
it
if
had
we
to happen, man. It had to happen. The shit got to evolve and, got to go places. It had to get
yeah,
here.
you know,
We knew the Jetsons was going to happen eventually.
I'm like I said before, I'm still waiting for that fucking car suitcase. Like I
Well,
need
they
that.
got they got the flying car, but they ain't got the car suitcase yet. That one they ain't come out with
Nah,
yet.
I need to hop out there because you know in the city, man, to try and find a parking space is retarded.
Yeah.
So I just want you and then just hit a button and it'll take it.
Suitcase, yeah, gangster. That's gangster. Make it so it's not heavy as fuck too. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't even know how they did that, but it was a cartoon. So hey, you know what? Somehow, some way, it made sense. I need me I forgot what the hell was the robot? What was her name?
Rosie.
Rosie. I need a Rosie.
Yeah, for
Right?
sure.
I need a Rosie. Definitely need a Rosie. I need the dog. What the hell was his name?
Astro.
Astro. Right? That was like a futuristic Scooby Doo kind of.
Straight up.
Yeah. So while I'm hoping that Omen 4 come back in, but in the meantime, man, like
I think I got something to put in on
with everything we got going on in the world, like I think that
it.
it's so
Man,
important that we hit.
42,000 people. 42,000 people. That's probably him hitting you now. 42,000 people working at meat packing facilities have tested positive for COVID-19. Over 200 people, or about 200 people, 200 deaths from these places. You know what I mean? Over 550,000 kids diagnosed with the Rona. You know, and we pretty much almost at 200,000 people dead in the country. So people think it's a game, man. It's not a game. It's serious. Make sure you wearing your masks out there. Make sure you social distancing. Even if you think it's a game, it's a hoax. Um, just respect people's views like you want your views to be respected. You know, that's all I ask, man. Just be fair, at least to that extent. You don't have to agree with anybody with what they're doing, but just respect what they're doing. That's all. Because
Yeah, and I agree
it's
with
killing
that.
people, man. It's not a game. It's not a game out
Respecting. I I learned that it was weird because I was a little older when the message actually hit me, and it was we can sit there and say, "Yo, reality is reality," and then like I was introduced to what perspective was, and it's like perspective is that individual's reality.
there.
So you got to respect it. You can't say that they're wrong. Who are you to say that they're wrong,
Right.
or you're right, or whatever is what I perceive to be the truth, and this is what I'm gonna go with. This is what I'm gonna rock with.
Even
And,
if they are, and if they are wrong, even if they are wrong, it doesn't make you right.
right.
You know.
I think it's more about educating an individual on why you may perceive it a certain way, not saying they know you're wrong, I'm right. It's like, look, maybe this is the way I see it. We don't gotta agree, but this is the way I come to this conclusion. You come to yours, all right, cool. We agree to disagree.
Simple.
But nobody's right. No, there's nobody wrong because there's so many things that we've been through in our lives that actually um form that perspective of the way we see things.
hmm That's true.
Yeah.
The environment molds you. Your life's experiences. Well, there's a whistleblower complaint about a doctor in a Georgia ICE facility. I don't know if you heard about this one, P Money. A
Mm-mm.
detention facility in Georgia, ICE detention facility in Georgia. A doctor doing unnecessary surgery like hysterectomies on the female detainees there. And I think a few of them have even drawn lawsuits against them because they got hysterectomies for no apparent reason, and they didn't authorize them. So that's going to be a court case. So now, not only are they detaining these people, separating them from their children, now they're giving women hysterectomies that don't even need them,
Oh, like
preventing
we
preventing them from ever having kids.
like that right there is like just a whole nother like that's a whole nother avenue of like
I mean, you got at some point you got to say to yourself, "Yo, look, none of this shit happened under Obama. None of this shit happened under Reagan. None of this shit happened under, Carter or whoever else came, along before that. You didn't hear about this type of shit happening. You know what I mean? And now you're hearing about it. It's not a fucking coincidence who's in charge. The shit comes down from the top, B. The orders come down from the top. So
yeah, if
yeah,
your
you
boss
gotta
didn't okay it, then you ain't going to do it.
exactly.
So
So
it's like, yo,
it's just very unfortunate that people are so blind in their loyalty that they're willing to. I heard a dude. I actually heard a dude at, at his rally. I think it was a Nevada rally. Um, older guy. The reporter asked him. The reporter had a mask on. The reporter came up to him and asked him. He says, "How come you're not wearing a mask?" He says, he says, He says, my God is protecting me. He says, and if I die, he says, well, I die. He says, we got to get this country moving again. And I was just looking at the TV and shaking my head, be like, so, so and you're in that much of support of this dude that you're willing to sacrifice your life in just to yell and scream in support of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's wild. Like it's wild, man. Um, I
You know,
just like with a lot of these things that are going on right now. Like I, tr- I try not to watch the news. I try
yeah,
my
yeah,
best,
I do too.
and the things come out, and it's like, what the hell? You see these things, and I just even on social media, the stuff that we see and the ignorance and everything else is just so blatant and out there. But then again, right, just like we spoke about perspective earlier, right? Their perspective is, yo, I don't understand how you can say this is what it is when my upbringing and what I've been through in my life is not that wouldn't constitute as being wrong because this was my normal. So
Hmm.
treating people a certain way because of their color, their creed, or their culture was normal for me. So that's not bad. This is just what it is.
Right.
And we have these so many different situations. Like you got people removing uteruses in an ICE facility where we all know that is to control the population. The way the agenda is to reduce the ability for individuals within our culture, within our people, from actually
Black and brown people, baby.
black and brown people
Black and
from
brown people.
reproducing, right? So if we can stop that, right? Because if you look on television, if you look at movies, and if you look in certain things now, I don't want to get no heat for this, but when it comes to the LGBT community, what tends to be more acceptable and what's pushed out there within movies and anything else that we look at is the LGBT community with the faces of black and brown people, right? So then they say this is what you need to do, but you have men on men, women on women. There's no reproduction there, right? There is no reproduction. So we're slowing down reproduction. Now, as far as when it comes to the Caucasian situation, of course, right? We've always been brought up survival of the fittest, only the strong survive, right? They're on the verge of being extinct because there's so many different mixed cultures and mixed relationships that their purity is no longer there. So they're gonna do what they need to do, or maneuver things or push the media to depict something in order to survive, right?
I think I think that the evolution has finally come to a point where the masses, the majority of people are at a place where they're like, you know what, it's just this racism shit is just stupid. You feel me? And I think Trump is just trying to stoke a fire that still exists. You know what I'm saying? Definitely still exists, but it's not a roaring flame like it used to be. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a campfire. He trying to make that shit into a
Yeah,
roaring
and
flame again.
he blowing on the shit.
Because believe me, there are there are definitely supporters out there. There are definitely people out there that think like he thinks. But I think there are more people who realize that's an antiquated way of thinking, and that's um, very closed-minded. You know what I mean? And it's very old-fashioned as far as like the shit that Gramps and great Gramps. That's the type of shit they used to think. It's not. It's a different time right now. It's a different age, a different era. You got so many mixed couples and mixed babies out there, and you know people are just at a point like, yo, my fucking, you know what I mean, my son-in-law is fucking black, my fucking daughter-in-law is Indian, my damn son-in-law is Asian, or you know what I mean, they like, fuck it, man.
It's like it's a normal thing.
It's
It's
a
a
normal thing. Like, why get upset about the shit happening, and it's gonna fucking happen whether you like it or not. So embrace the change, and you know what I'm saying, go along with it, man. Stop trying to make America the way that you want it to be, which is completely white. He won't say He'll say great, but we know what that means. Great and white. No coincidence. It's a shot. Uh-oh. Big
Yeah.
O
Yeah,
back in the
my
building.
bad,
Using that
my bad,
technology.
my bad.
we back. We definitely back. Yo, we appreciate you logging back in. We don't know what happened. Like you turned
Sorry
it
about that.
natural.
It froze. The computer froze. So I needed to um, pull the power down.
All right, no problem. Yo, it's all good. It's all good.
You're supposed
So
to hit him up. Said, don't say the
we
wrong
actually
shit.
running out of time. So I want to make sure that we play that next joint, right?
Yes, sir.
What's that other one that you sent us?
The other one is called "I Can See the Sun."
Yes, right. We're gonna get into that. So I
Fire.
want you to introduce this one again, just like you did the last one for the people.
All right. This Omen 44. Next joint is called "I Can See the Sun." I got Sky Zoo, the most underrated artist. The shit is dope. I want y'all to check that out real quick. All right. Check it on Spotify, all platforms, SoundClouds. Boom. It's on.
Papa's in rap industry reaching out Johnny Magis. That should have won ya quick money. Hold on, baby, I love rap money. Don't dance, live exploding. Dance with the stars. Now really mine. I said what a rap actually straight from Mecca. God actually. Some MCs so short though. I lit up that ether. These snakes try to slither. For that force I shatter. Loose lips my sinking ship. So I'm going like Pearl Harbor. Just kidding, I love America like Pocahontas. Love America, love America. I see the sunlight. Got to stay alive. I sing off like Jim Morrison, kill on the road rampage. Never choke on my aspirations, riding like I don't like riding weight. I'm pushing these weights, gotta make it out, get paid in full. Wait, I'm serving this light, working the dark to shine bright. Street dreams are made by creed, who am I to disagree? Next in line, can't you see? Everybody's looking for greed. Raise bars while I increase bars. Have fun with these monkey bars. Commercial free donation, please. This math feels truly business. I see the sunlight, got to stay alive.
Okay, catch me never catch me. I'm back like it never left me. My back is like Nat Turner's as far as how they neglect me. Yet we know who's king, whose crown was never threw down. Cause no one made sense to catch a few rounds, and I knew how this would all turn. No turns from off words, no turns from off curves. You signed up, this all yours. We all heard the rhetoric of keeping this heaven sent and speaking benevolence and eagles as weapons. And this is what I was left up in. And I made a pop from it. From where if you got a roof, you get the drop in it. Coast up on the roof and get the drop from it. The irony of both being the top and what the topic is. And that's just how I'm rocking it. And you now rocking with a connoisseur and autopause, cutting all apart and off. Ended mine, started yours. What you thought they showed us all the blueprints to the Carter 4. Take that how you want. Triple meaning if you chart the Lord. Fuck wood, fuck wood.
I see the sunlight, got to stay alive.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yo, you already know we lost Omen 440. But yo, shout out to the joints, right? That's always important. Shout out to the music, shout out to the vibe, shout out to Omen 44. Make sure that you sit there, you look for his music, you find his joints. Omen, right? OMEN
Mm-hmm.
44, the number 44, right? So 2 4s, right? 4
Spotify, SoundCloud.
Yeah, check it out.
Favorite streaming platforms. Fucks with that joint right there, Sky Zoo. Of course, a veteran, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, one of the most underrated.
Yeah, so I just think, bro, like I don't know what it is for me today, but like I'm in this surreal like moment when it comes to like where we are right now. Like I'm just
It's definitely a moment. It's more than a vibe right now because of everything that's happening and everybody being confined and everything. It's a moment. It's definitely a moment. It's historical what we living right now, Pete.
yeah, and you
Historic.
know, I had an interview with an artist yesterday on Prophet Radio by the name of Keisha, and she was like, yo, with all the stuff we was just talking, like it was like we was just vibing and we just talking about, you know, all the things, and she's like, yo, what you got going on is destined for greatness because if it wasn't, the devil wouldn't be coming at you, throwing all these obstacles in front of you.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
like, bro, when I think about it, right? Like you had to relocate, right? It was a situation, but somehow we figured out a way. We came back together and we doing it. The spot is still on and going on and popping, and we hear and we're able to deliver it the way that we deliver it, and then just hearing all the other things that are going on with the level playing field, right? Because now the majors and the minors are
Gotta
on
play
that
together.
same level right
They
now.
gotta play together. Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like everybody's doing the same thing. There's not that one way to control it. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter how much money you got because right now, unless you know how to reach people in a certain way, people ain't rocking with you.
That's it.
You
That's it.
know, and it's a beautiful thing. I just want to say, yo, bro, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything we got going on because
And it's only gonna get larger and get better, brother.
yeah, they ain't
Big
ready.
things,
Yo, and
big
I
things
want to tell
coming.
people, right, right now, Android platform,
Uh,
we got an additional, right? We have the original WEMS radio app, right?
uh,
But we have the latest release of the WEMS radio app, which you don't have to download multiple apps to rock with WEMS. We have the new WEMS latest release. I think it was early this week.
uh,
Um, it has WEMS Radio, WEMS South, so it has both branches. WEMS East will be added on to there very soon.
blum blum.
Um, being able to reach out to us, submit music, and everything else will be directly through the app. To watch the live broadcast will be through the app. You just sit there and click the little website joint. Boom, we'll be there. You don't need to go here. You don't need to go there. It's called ownership, real talk. Like
The
everything,
one
one
stop
click of
shop.
a button. Like that's what's going on right now. And I need everybody to understand that we are moving in the direction we need to move in because we understand what ownership means. We are the masters of our own destiny. And that's real talk.
It's popping, brother. It's popping.
Yeah. You don't even understand. Come next week, I'm gonna be at the WEMS East location, and the following week I'll be at the WEMS South location.
Uh,
So
uh.
I'll probably be just a couple of hours away from you, but
Take that, you motherfuckers.
yeah, y'all don't even know. If you oh, it's about to be ridiculous.
You already know, bro.
And I'm gonna have a couple of sit downs. And I was talking to Mouth yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And then we had, the Monopoly fam. So
Right.
John Jiggs and all of that. I'm still trying to get all three of them on so we can vibe out together. Because their music is retarded. Like I don't even know what else to say when it comes to their joints. So, but I'm gonna be down there. So when I'm at the South location, I might even just link up with him. Have a drink or whatever it is. Just
Yes,
chop it
sir.
up real quick.
Yes, sir. All
Yeah.
right. Well, hey, since we got let me see here. 1 minute. Right on time for a change.
Yeah.
Get the people your social, man.
Yo, you already know who it is, yo, man. It's your boy Prophet Pete. Yo, you can follow me. That's PROFIT _radio _NY. That's how you follow the kid. right? But make sure you follow WEMS_radio on the gram. You put in WEMS radio anywhere, we gonna pop up. iHeart everywhere. We everywhere. No lie. And
Shouts out to Jermaine Dupri. Says he can roast Daddy in a verse, roast Diddy in a versus battle.
oh, when it comes to hits,
Mm-hmm.
that's a bold move.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bold
Of
move.
course, you know, you can find your boy Shawn Recognize on the gram, SHAWNRECOGNIZE on Instagram and on Twitter. It's SHAWNREC. You know what I'm saying? Call me Rec for short. Only my friends call me Rec. You better recognize.
Yo, we out of here, y'all. Respect. See y'all next week.